Hi everyone, welcome back to Biology class here at Brain Charger. I am Samu Pearson, and in this lesson we are going to be learning about plant structure and function. So the main objectives of this lesson is to describe the plant structure and also explain the adaptations of leaves for photosynthesis. So let's start by defining plants. What are plants? Plants are multicellular eukaryotic organisms which are capable of photosynthesizing. So when we are saying that plants are multicellular organisms, it simply means that they have more than one cell. So plants with one cell don't exist. So plants, they are multicellular, they have more than one cell. And when we are saying that they are eukaryotic organisms, it means that their cells have true nucleus, and also they have membrane bound membrane bound organelles. So when we are saying that they are eukaryotic organisms, it simply means that their cells have true nucleus, and also the cells have membrane-bound organelles. After defining what plants are, let's look at the parts of the plant. So the plant is made up of two main parts, the shoot system and also the root system. The shoot system is further divided into subcomponents, which are the stem, the leaves, the flower, the fruits, and the bud. So the stem are there to support the whole plant, especially the upper part of the plant is supported by the stem. The leaves are the site for photosynthesis. And when we look at flowers, they are there for the reproduction of the plant. The fruits, as they store or they protect the seeds of the plant. And lastly, the bud, these are imaging plant leaves, or they can be imaging plant fruits, or even the stems themselves. So the two main parts or the two main components of a plant are the shoot system and the root system. So the root system is composed of roots, and the roots are responsible for the absorption of mineral salts and water from the ground. So the roots play a role of absorbing the mineral salts, water, and other organic substances from the soil. So for these things to reach the site for photosynthesis, which is the leaf, so for mineral salts, for water, and for other organic substances to reach the shoot system, there need to be a transport system. Okay, there should be something which will transport these things from the roots all the way to the upper part of the plant. So with that in mind, there exists something called vascular tissues. They are specialized cells which are responsible to transport the mineral salts, the water, and other organic substances from the soil to the upper part of the plant, or from the root system to the shoot system, and also vice versa according to the situation. So the vascular tissues come together to form what is known as the vascular bundles. So the vascular bundles are composed of the xylem and the phloem vascular tissues. So this is in a plant. In plants, we have two vascular tissues which are responsible for transportation of substances from the bottom of the plant to the top, and from the top to the bottom. So we have xylem and the phloem. So these vascular bundles are arranged differently in different types of plants. Recall that we have two major divisions of flowering plants, which are classified based primarily on the number of embryonic leaves or cotyledons in their seeds. So we have the monocots, monocots, and we have dicots. So monocots have one embryonic leaf on their seed, and dicots have two embryonic leaf on their seeds. So the arrangement is as follows. In a monocot stem, the vascular bundles are arranged in a scattered way, or in other words, they don't have a specific pattern. The vascular bundles are just scattered throughout the area of the stem. So here the picture shows us how they look in monocot stem. In dicot stem, the vascular bundles are arranged to form a ring shape. So they form a ring shape as we can see here. And then we have in a monocot root. In a monocot root, the vascular bundles are arranged to form a star shape as we can see here. We have a star-like shape. So this is a monocot root. And in dicot root, the vascular tissues alternate each other. In other words, we have xylem and then phloem, xylem, phloem, so they just alternate each other. So this is the basic arrangement, or this is the arrangement of vascular bundles in plant roots and stems of various types of plants. So let's look at the functions of the vascular bundles. Number one, they are used for transport. So vascular bundles facilitate the movement of water, minerals, and nutrients throughout the plant, which is essential for growth and development of the plant. So we have xylem, which transport the raw materials, and we have the phloem, which transports the products of photosynthesis. And the second function of vascular bundles is to support the plant. So vascular bundles support the structure of the plant, or in other words, we can say that they help in maintaining the shape of the plant, okay, due to their rigid cells. So they provide, they maintain the shape of the plant. So these are the two main functions of vascular bundles. Moving on from the functions, let's look at the adaptation of leaves for photosynthesis. So the first feature of a leaf which makes it suitable to be the site for photosynthesis is the surface area. Okay, as you can see on the picture, the surface area of the leaf is large. In other words, the leaf has broad surface area, which increases the site for photosynthesis. So the first adaptation of leaves for photosynthesis is the presence, or we can say is the broad surface area of the leaf. Secondly, we have the thin structure of the leaf. The leaf actually is thin. If I was able to turn this, you could have seen, but let's say not, let's assume that we are seeing from the above, from the top. You know, the distance from this side to that side is very small. In other words, is very thin. So this helps to reduce the distance across which carbon dioxide diffuses from the stoma to the photosynthetic cells. So the thin structure of the leaf enables or makes the leaf suitable for photosynthesis. Another adaptation is the presence of chlorophyll. So the green color we are able to see here is because this leaf has chlorophyll in it. So it is the chlorophyll which actually plays a crucial role in absorbing sunlight energy and transferring that energy into chemicals. So chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis as it traps the sunlight energy. So another adaptation of the leaf is a thin wax cuticle on top and on the bottom of the leaf. So here we can't actually see it because it is transparent. So every leaf has a thin layer, a thin cuticle. Okay, there is a coat on the leaf which is responsible for preventing water to move out uncontrollably from the leaf to the atmosphere. So the cuticle helps in reducing or in preventing loss of water from the photosynthetic cells to the atmosphere. Another feature of the leaf is the stoma. So stoma is just a plural form for stomata. So these are small openings found on the leaf. So although we can't see them right here, but if we use a microscope, we can see that there are some pores on the leaf. So those pores are used for exchange of gases. We have oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis. During the day, it is in higher concentration inside the leaf, so it needs to move out. As a result, it uses these pores called stoma. And the carbon dioxide needs to enter the leaf. So carbon dioxide also utilizes the stoma to enter in the leaf. Lastly, we have the veins. As you can see the leaf, there are some projections. I can't, there are some lines. Okay, here we have here, we have here. Okay, there are main lines like structures, or in other words, they are known as veins. So those veins have the vascular bundles, and as we have seen in the previous section, those vascular bundles are responsible for transportation of various materials. So from the leaf, they take the products of photosynthesis to other parts of the plant, and to the leaf, they bring raw materials required for photosynthesis. So these are the adaptations of leaves for photosynthesis. They have a broad surface area, they have thin structure, they have chlorophyll, there is a thin wax cuticle, there is stoma, and lastly we have the veins. Congratulations, we have reached the end of this lesson video where we have described the plant structure, we have seen the adaptations of leaves for photosynthesis. In the next lesson, we are going to learn gaseous exchange in a leaf, how gases are exchanged in a leaf. So hope you will be around, and let's be together in that exciting lesson. And if you have any question, any comment, just press them down below, or even you can contact me on these numbers, and I will actually respond to those comments or questions. So have a good day. Till the next lesson, stay safe.